But we'll have to see whether any classified files are opened up. These are not really classified files in that sense. We need intelligence files. So this is the beginning. But unless the intelligence files are opened up, we will not be able to solve the mystery of Subhash Bose's disappearance or death.
Grandnephew of Netaji, Mr. Chittapriya Bose, is here with us. How was the meeting really, today? Is the family going back with a sense of certain answers that have finally come by?
Oh, yes. We've already heard a few piece of news which is going to shake the entire nation. So, and we are hopeful that some more will come out through these declassifications. So let's keep our fingers crossed till we actually go through the entire process.
What kind of revelations at this point in time, at least initially, that are now streaming in with the declassification that has happened today?
See, what was established earlier from the first inquiry committee, where Subhash Chandra Bose had, being an independent member, had given a dissension report that there was no plane crash and he did not die in the plane crash. That was again re-established by the Mukherjee Commission, which was not accepted by the government, the previous government. Now, what we heard a little while ago, that there is news that there was evidence that he was he was alive after 1945.
Okay, so that is perhaps a very, very important link. Now as these papers have been declassified today, what exactly happened here? Did the Prime Minister go through all these papers?
Absolutely, I was absolutely taken aback. He spent so much time, going through each and every exhibit. Nobody, I have not seen anybody, no leader, what is all done doing this in so many years.
And what are the missing links at the moment, for the entire truth to come out?
Sorry, once again?
What would be the missing links at the moment for the entire truth to be established about it?
We fear that some files, critical files may be missing, some pages may be missing, some files may be destroyed, may have been destroyed over the years. So the missing link, we have asked the Prime Minister to approach foreign governments, that is the Russian government, German government, China, Japan, Vietnam, all these places, to declassify their files. Once those also come out, we will have the entire picture before us.
Many thanks for speaking to us. And of course, these are the papers that you can see, which have also been digitized and have been put up on the National Archives website as well. These are all confidential, as you can see. In fact, L.K. Advani, Krishna Bose had written a letter to L.K. Advani when he was the Union Minister of Home Affairs. This is a letter dated 21st of August 1998. Also another letter here from 3rd of March 1998, which talks about Professor Anita, daughter of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. And this was, of course, by the Ambassador of India. A letter written to Shastri ji as well, all the way back in 6th of July 1965 in one Woodburn Park, where, of course, Omyonath Bose says that I had written to you a letter on the 7th of May regarding the appointment of a commission of inquiry. I regret that I have not received any reply from yet. So these are treasure troves as far as history is concerned, and clearly something that not just the family but all these scholars in the country too have been looking forward to. In New Delhi with the regionalist Ashwini Helen, this is Smita Sharma for India Today. It's a big day for the Bose family, as for the scholars, of course, who have been researching upon Netaji. I'm joined here by Mr. Suparno Satpathy, who's chairman of the Nandini Satpathy Memorial Trust. What really transpired with the Prime Minister today?
Oh, it was brilliant. Everything has been done brilliantly at the National Archive. All the files, all 100 files, we were expecting 33 files, but 100 files have been declassified. And every month there will be 25 files which will be declassified. And it's a big, big day and a lot of revelations. Right now it's too early. We haven't been able to study all the files because there are lacks of documents. Our research team will be getting onto it in 2-3 days' time.
Revelations that the Prime Minister might have mentioned himself, because the website where the copies have been uploaded, that has crashed.
The Prime Minister did not mention anything in particular, but yes, one theory, one big theory which we can make out of this is that in 1945 there was no air crash, and Subhash Chandra Bose probably didn't die on 18th August 1945 as claimed by many others in the beginning.
So Taiwan wasn't also the place where he lost his life?
We cannot say, I cannot comment on it right now, but one thing is for sure that 1945 he did not die. And yes, today's current politics plays a very important role, And though the Prime Minister did not comment anything on this, this is not a political issue. It's more of Netaji and the files. The whole country wants to know the truth about Netaji. That's all what.
After today's process, that the air crash did not happen, because that's what you think.
In a way, but then more details need to be studied into. But yes, strong indications are there that there was no air crash right now.
Okay, that's big, and clearly we will have to go through the files ourselves. With the journalist Rashmani Helen, Smita Sharma for India Today. I'm joined here by BJP Siddharth Nath Singh and Mr. Rajamani, who is with the National Archives of India. To begin with you, Mr. Rajamani, first, how complicated was this entire process of declassifying these papers, and what next now?
Nothing complicated. If you decide, then you can do.
You can do that in this short span of time.
No, why not? Why not? When decision was taken that these files will be opened, then when PM has decided this thing, so we have opened this thing. We got from the ministries, and we have that is our own display.
Siddharth, we saw how Mamata Banerjee actually went ahead and declassified certain papers at the state level first, and then came the Prime Minister's announcement last October. Do you think the family today is going back with some sense of satisfaction, a step closer maybe to finding a closure in this?
Well, I have been interacting with the family members. Since yesterday, there were two things in their mind: whether the truth will come out or it will be just. And the first was 33 files. Why only 33 files? When they learned this morning that it's going to be 100 files, they were extremely happy. Then they had another question to the Prime Minister they wanted to raise, was that give a time period when all the files will be declassified. Again, that question they could not raise because the Prime Minister has already declared that 25 files will be declassified every month. So the time period is already set. Their interaction with the Prime Minister today was of great gratitude. And they were so happy, I can't tell you. But I think the greatest thing what has been said by the family members is that the process has started. The truth about the India's greatest liberator would be known to the people of India, and we all can live with the truth and not with a mystery.
How many files are we still looking at, and what about the files that India is seeking access to from foreign countries?
Well, there are certain foreign files with the foreign countries. The process there also has been started. The Prime Minister had promised in October 2015 that when he will be writing to the head of the state, which the process was started by the External Affairs Ministry, and when he visits, he will be talking to the head of the state, which he did when Prime Minister Modi ji went to Russia. He spoke to the head of the state and requested for the KGB file. So that process has also started. Hopefully, some light will come from that end also.
Okay, many thanks for speaking to India Today. With the journalist Rashmani Helen, Smita Sharma in New Delhi.
Let's now go across to Ashar Ahmed Khan, who joins us from right outside the Congress office. Ashar, the Congress, pretty much on expected lines, what you in fact told us earlier this day, has completely rubbished and ridiculed this particular letter. The letter that Jawaharlal Nehru allegedly wrote to the then British Prime Minister calling Subhash Chandra Bose a war criminal.
Well, the Congress party says that there are three specific reasons. First of all, they say that nobody is claiming ownership of this letter. The Congress spokesperson, senior leader of the Congress party, Anand Sharma, has said that he challenges anybody to prove that letter. Then he says that in that same year, in 1945, of which this letter has been dated, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru was appearing as a lawyer for the INA, General Shahnawaz and two other people in court of law. So how can he be against the INA when he was appearing for them? Third, he says that this is a con job which has been doing rounds on social media for a long time, and it has the spelling of Attlee and Nehru slightly wavered. So what he says is that the letter is certainly a con job which has been done by people. In fact, he goes on and hints at people who do not have heroes in their history. That's why they are trying to pull down heroes of other political parties. So clearly aiming at the BJP and at the RSS. Then he goes again and says that the media should verify the contents and the authority of the letter before playing it up, because as Anand Sharma, the Congress spokesperson, says that this can be forgery and nothing else, and propagating a forgery also is something which is not in the national interest. Then he also says that we will get down to the bottom of it as to which parties are there or which individuals are there who are propagating this forgery, and probably prompt action can be taken. And what he says is that forgery is a criminal offence. So clearly the Congress party on the offensive, as as we've been reporting since morning, and this time round holding a press conference and categorically stating these 3 to 4 points.
All right, Asher, also apart from completely, ridiculing this particular letter, I'm sure at this moment what is going to happen, this has now become a practice. The government says that it is going to declassify documents. One question does definitely stick to the Congress party, that if all was clean and all was clear and the nation will know what is there in those declassified files, what was stopping the Congress in all these years from releasing these files?
Well, when we ask this question or when we speak to leaders, they say what was stopping the NDA government, or before that the United Front government, or before then the Janata Party government. It becomes virtually a free-for-all. That is the response which we get from the Congress party leaders.
Okay. Asher Ahmed Khan, many thanks for joining us at this moment. The big story this afternoon, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose's classified documents. The process of their declassification after 70 long years has now begun. The government has released the first set of about 100 files, thousands of papers that have in fact been now declassified, which means anybody can go and read them. It's also available online. We'll keep tracking these developments through the course of the day and also get you other political reactions. Taking a short break.